It began with a single, jittery 21-second phone clip. Meghan Markle shuffling side to side in a maternity smock, one hand over her bump, the other snapping to the beat of Baby Mama Dance.
Drop it down, down low. Drop it down, drop it down, down low. Do the baby mama when I step out on the floor. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, oh. Hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door. Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I gotta.
The video, shot back in 2021 during labor with Lilibet, landed on her verified Instagram at 2:17 p.m. Pacific on 4 June 2025. Within minutes, the comment count froze because comments were never allowed, and the share arrow exploded. By sunset, the clip was plastered across X, stitched on TikTok, dissected by Royal Watch streamers, and hashtagged into Cringegate.
Twerking in the maternity suite. It's gone viral, hasn't it?
It's insufferable. The exact same time they were calling for privacy, it's the exact same time saying we don't want any more media attention on us. We're sick to death. But now times have changed, haven't they?
Well,
Harry is a prince of the realm. You imagine the centuries of history and tradition in this country, the respectful organisations that he was or is, and behaving like that, and happy to release it in public. I mean,
What Meghan framed as a lighthearted throwback instantly morphed into the internet's newest chew toy, and critically, into Netflix's worst press nightmare. You could almost hear the collective wince in Los Gatos. Why resurface a 4-year-old hospital dance now? Simple arithmetic. Meghan's relevance meter had been dipping ever since her Spotify exit and a patchy reception to her lifestyle brand's jam jars. A new controversy, even a self-inflicted one, could jolt the numbers before, with love, Meghan's Season 2 hits cues this fall. Insiders say the Duchess is painfully aware of how algorithms reward outrage. Every retweet, even a mocking one, feeds visibility. Yet the gamble misread the room. Viewers who once praised her candor now branded the clip desperate. Reaction compilations emerged within hours. YouTubers splicing Meghan's shimmy next to cringe sound effects. TikTokers miming exaggerated bump dances under captions like, "When you need Netflix to notice you." The vibe was less raw vulnerability, more PR own goal. Screenshots flashed across subtler corners too. Private Telegram groups where brand strategists trade war stories of celebrity misfires, each message ending with the same shrug emoji. But the wind was only beginning to howl. If keyboard warriors smelled blood, Netflix executives smelled something worse: liability. At 5:08 p.m., Slack channels inside Netflix's corporate comms lit up. One senior manager pinged, "Anyone else seeing the Markle labor dance go nuclear? Greg wants options on his desk." Greg, in this case, is co-CEO Greg Peters, the numbers guy who values churn reduction over tabloid thrills. According to 2 employees who relayed snippets to YouTube commentator Royal Tea Leaks, Peters convened an 8 p.m. Zoom. Ted Sarandos dialed in from New York. Several board allies joined muted, cameras off. The agenda? Does the clip endanger the studio's image heading into a year of belt-tightening? The call produced an ultimatum delivered directly to Meghan's team after midnight. Delete the post within 24 hours or forfeit any hope of contract renewal. To sweeten, or threaten the pot, Netflix hinted it would withhold marketing funds for Season 2 if the video stayed. Meghan's answer landed before dawn. No, she would not let the trolls dictate her story. According to a source close to Archewell Productions, the standoff had officially begun. And standoffs have a habit of exposing old fault lines. Netflix is not Meghan's first fraying partnership. In June 2023, Spotify pulled the plug on Archetypes after 1 season, publicly praising the show while privately questioning its production cadence and cost per listen. Spotify's CEO later hinted the podcast didn't meet audience expectations. Corporate speak for too few ears for too much cash. Then came American Riviera Orchard, the Duchess's Santa Barbara chic lifestyle venture. March 2024's soft launch featured strawberry jam mailed to influencer friends. The jars looked gorgeous, but critics wondered if small batch preserves signaled a diluted vision. Trademark filings teased tableware, cookbooks, maybe linens. Investors read the tea leaves. This brand must soar to subsidize expensive creative projects, otherwise bankrolled by streaming giants. Stack those dominoes, Spotify lifestyle launch, and now Netflix nerves, and a pattern emerges. Big, splashy announcements followed by incremental backpedals. Each retreat erodes trust not just with audiences, but with the very corporations underwriting the Sussex's California dream. Smooth transition patterns, though, rarely form in a vacuum. They need an echo chamber. Meghan's circle monetizes noise, says a former Archewell consultant who left after the Spotify collapse. According to him, advisors who promise soft-focused documentaries, sparkling brand extensions, or carefully curated leaks are rewarded when chatter, not substance, dominates the news cycle. That incentive structure means every flare-up, royal accusations, paparazzi chases, now a hospital dance, keeps the cash register ringing for PR retainers. Dissenters raising red flags about optics allegedly find their contracts quietly unrenewed. The closest comparison might be actor Rachel Zegler's 2023 social media storm, where offhand Twitter barbs tanked a major studio's confidence in its live-action remake. Hollywood watched, learned, and filed the lesson under avoid. Meghan's advisors, critics argue, watched, learned, and then leaned in. The result? A Duchess convinced that viral attention, whatever its flavor, is oxygen. But oxygen can feed wildfires as easily as lungs. And this particular blaze was about to scorch the production floor. Shortly after Meghan's refusal, Netflix shifted from threat mode to containment. Marketing for With Love, Meghan Season 2 was slashed to bare minimum contractual obligations. According to an anonymous marketing coordinator, teaser trailers once slated for July disappeared from internal calendars. More telling, Meghan's scheduled edit bay visits were cancelled. Post-production now reports directly to a senior VP, bypassing Archewell. One board member reportedly suggested a stealth drop release. No press junket, no red carpet, just new episodes appearing on the platform like a quiet software update. The idea: cut potential backlash down to a single news cycle. It is, depending on whom you ask, either strategic prudence or a slow, silent dethroning. Meanwhile, Meghan's camp issued no public statement, but sources whispered she was incandescent. The Duchess, they say, cannot fathom why a lighthearted dance, one millions of mothers perform in delivery rooms, should jeopardize a multi-million-dollar content deal. To which Netflix might reply, because you tagged us in the caption. As the dust settled inside boardrooms, a bigger question swirled outside them. What does this mean for Meghan's personal brand? Sponsors read metrics faster than fans read headlines. The Instagram clip drew tens of millions of views. But brand safety algorithms flag controversy the way airport scanners flag liquids over 100 milliliters. Insurance underwriters, people who decide how much it costs to film a star, translate unpredictable social activity into higher premiums. Should the Netflix deal collapse, American Riviera Orchard becomes more than a passion project. It becomes the revenue engine. Yet critics already note the symbolism: tiny jars, limited quantities, vibes of exclusivity. Jam can be delicious, but it must move units to offset lost streaming checks. Investors may hesitate until the Duchess demonstrates consistent, positive engagement, a metric currently trending in the wrong direction. There is, however, an alternative narrative available to Meghan: vulnerability. Audiences rallied around Robert Downey Jr. when he confronted addiction, and Demi Lovato's Raw documentaries revived her fanbase. What won hearts was authenticity, not stage-managed relatability. If Meghan could break her pattern of polished Instagram filters and controlled press releases, she might rewrite her story. But first, she must deactivate crisis mode, because at this point, even the algorithms have started rolling their eyes. Underneath the memes lies a clash between celebrity individualism and corporate brand guardianship. Studios expect talent to be walking ambassadors. Talent expects studios to bankroll personal expression. When the two expectations collide, marketing budgets burn. Netflix's reaction is as much about precedent as damage. If a star whose docuseries bills itself as an intimate, uplifting journey chooses to provoke backlash for clout, where does the company draw its line? Today, that line is a 21-second dance clip. Tomorrow, it could be a political rant, an NFT prank, or a surprise OnlyFans teaser. For Meghan, the stakes extend beyond one streaming giant. Disney, Paramount Plus, even podcast distributors are observing how she handles this firestorm. A graceful pivot, apology, explanation, or at least acknowledgement could reset the board. Digging in could paint her as radioactive. And so, the spotlight she fought to keep now doubles as a harsh interrogation lamp. The audience is watching, arms folded, waiting for the next move. A video meant to celebrate birth has instead birthed a fresh controversy, splintered alliances, and exposed a Duchess's growing isolation. Meghan Markle stands at a crossroads. She can cling to the adrenaline of perpetual upheaval, or she can step back, breathe, and reintroduce herself with the kind of unvarnished vulnerability that turned skeptics into believers for heroes before her. The question is simple but seismic. Will she dance into another storm, or finally change the tune? Your turn, viewers. Was the backlash justified, or is this another case of the internet eating its own? Drop your take below, and don't forget to hit subscribe, because the next twist in this saga might drop sooner than you think.